Have you ever noticed that the moment you sit down to do absolutely nothing, your brain suddenly decides it's the perfect time to review every awkward thing you've said since the third grade?
It turns out, there is a specific network in your brain that lights up when you are resting, and its favorite hobby is roasting you. It's that relentless inner critic, the voice that replays past mistakes, worries about the future, and keeps you trapped in a loop of self-doubt. But here's the fascinating part. You aren't broken, and you aren't inherently an overthinker. You just have a highly active neural circuit running the show. Today, we're going to look at the exact neuroscience behind that stubborn inner critic, and more importantly, how you can literally flip the switch to turn it off. In the world of brain science, this mental loop is known as the default mode network, or the DMN. Think of it as your brain's me center. It's an interconnected web of brain regions that fires up the second you stop focusing on an external task. When you're daydreaming, rewriting an argument you had 3 days ago, or projecting your worst fears into tomorrow, that's your DMN working overtime. Neuroscientists call this mind wandering, and while it's useful for creativity, a hyperactive DMN is the root cause of chronic rumination, stress, and anxiety. It locks you into what's called the autobiographical self, a constant, exhausting narrative about who you are, what you lack, and what might go wrong. But your brain has a beautiful counterbalance. It's called the task positive network, or the TPN. The TPN is the exact opposite of the inner critic. It's the network that activates when you are fully engaged in the present moment, deeply focused on what is happening right now. Here is the golden rule of neuroscience. These two networks operate like a seesaw. When one goes up, the other must go down. They cannot both dominate at the same time. This means you don't have to fight your inner critic or force it to be quiet. You just have to activate the task-positive network, which instantly downregulates the DMN, bringing immediate peace to your mind. So how do we practically tip that seesaw in everyday life? The most effective, scientifically proven tool we have is mindfulness, specifically a technique called open monitoring meditation. Instead of trying to force your mind to go blank, which usually just gives the DMN more fuel, open monitoring invites you to become a detached observer of your own mind. You step out of the stressful autobiographical self and step into the peaceful present moment self. Let's try a quick shift right now. Wherever you are, just pause. Bring your full attention to the physical sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body. Notice the temperature of the air as it enters your nose. Now, listen closely to the furthest sound you can hear in your environment. By shifting your attention to raw sensory data, the feelings, the sounds, the breath, you just pulled the plug on the DMN. You didn't argue with your inner critic, you simply shifted your brain's operating system to the task-positive network. With consistent practice, you actually weaken the neural pathways of that inner critic, making peace your new default state. Training your brain to silence the inner critic is a journey, and it gets easier every single day you show up for yourself. If you found this neuro insight helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can keep exploring the incredible power of your mind together. And if you're ready to put this into practice right now, click on the video appearing on your screen to dive into a guided meditation designed to shut down the default mode network instantly. I'll see you there.